that match back then.
All right, big dog.
All right, so we're back on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling today, Caleb?
I feel pretty good. How you feeling?
Good. I didn't sleep last night. I've been editing all night. I feel deranged.
You still wearing your eye cover?
Yes,
Why?
because we're going to the moon, and I don't want to hurt my eyes. Today's a tragic day, because
Hulk Hogan died. Rest in peace.
our boy Hulk
Brother.
Hogan, he has passed away.
Rest in peace, brother.
Only, 2 days after Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness. Well, today's episode, this is the Too Late Show files. The last episode we talked about Indrid Cold, the smiling man. Today we're talking about the moon landing, all right?
Was it real? Was it fake? What happened?
What, you think it's fake?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it's fake, and I think it's real.
You're going to have to do some serious convincing to show me that it's real.
I don't think I want to do any convincing. I think it's a waste of time.
Well,
Yeah.
give it your best shot.
We'll see here. Also, people, they liked the video. They wanted to let us know that they like being a part of us learning instead of us teaching, which is good because we don't know shit.
I don't know anything.
We're so insanely stupid.
And Caleb promised this episode to keep his feet on the floor.
I didn't. I talk with my feet.
Yeah, you do.
This I feel like nude right now. These shorts are so small,
You look exposed.
and I'm all foot.
I learned a real valuable lesson about wearing shorts on this couch.
Really?
Don't do it. Unless you want your gym bone pressing against the cloth.
You ham clock.
So where does it all start? Where does the moon landing start? Why did we even want to go there to begin with?
Well, we can't watch videos.
We can't?
No, we can't because there's no sound. But there is there's a primer to listen to JFK sell you on the idea of the moon landing before it happened. We can watch it on my phone.
Can we please?
Yeah.
How much do you really know about the history of the moon landing? Were we talking about trying to go to the moon in the 20s and 30s?
No, I mean there wasn't. Flight was still new in the 20s and 30s. So
Okay.
obviously there wouldn't be much of a, I mean the German rocket tech out of World War II was extremely advanced. We had Werner von Braun. I have no doubt that there was plans to go to the moon, if classified or not, pretty early on.
Okay.
I mean, rocket tech was like the rage from 1945, well, during World War II, but post 1945 with the CIA and Grumman and all those places out, Los Alamos, the paper clips. You know about the paper clips?
Operation Paperclip?
Well, the results from Operation Paperclip, all the German scientists that we stole and then gave them immunity and stuff.
Yeah.
As long as they build us rockets to the moon. Let's have a moment of silence for Frankie.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, your dog Frankie is defecating blood and is currently at the vet.
Yeah, I wouldn't say blood, but enough to go to the doc. Enough bizarre defecation to definitely go to the doc. To definitely go check out the doc for sure. She was pooping a lot yesterday, and it was kind of funny. And then today,
Then it wasn't so funny?
Well, today it's not funny anymore because it's still going on. It's like funny, oh, dog pooped a bunch, that's really hilarious. And then it's like, oh, my dog feels really bad and is really sad and has like one slightly tarry stool. I'm not going to risk it.
True.
So she's at the vet right now.
Hopefully she'll
Chilling.
be well.
Yeah, I think she's fine. She's very resilient. I knew to take her to the vet because today I offered her food and she didn't eat it.
Not normal.
And that is not Frankie. She will eat anything no matter what.
So we're going to start this video off by watching a video of JFK talking about how we need to go to the moon, I guess.
We shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than have ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communications, food, and survival, on an untried mission to an unknown celestial body.
Why?
And then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at speeds of over 25,000 miles per hour, causing heat about half that on the temperature of the sun, almost as hot as it is here today, and do all this, and do it right, and do it first.
So the only cause I'm getting from that speech is that he
Flexing.
wanted to do it first.
Flexing, yeah. Flexing on the Russians.
I didn't get a strong why.
Just to flex on the Russians, because they were also in space and stuff. So there's a space race. We have to we have to be the ones on the final frontier. Yeah, so they're doing it as well. That's the reason why. We can't just let them do it and not do it as well.
Yeah.
We have to do it better, and so on.
Convincing.
That's the American way.
That's the American spirit.
Yeah, yeah!
Well, damn. So we have some background here.
Yeah. After World War II, the European empires that had dominated the world for at least 5 centuries had all more or less fallen, and the United States and the Soviet Union were left as the only 2 remaining global superpowers, and there was a bipolar world order. The period of tension and competition between those 2 powers that lasted from 1945 to 1991 is known now as the Cold War.
That's a long war, 46 years?
Yeah, dude. Never no fighting either.
Just shooting rockets
man.
into
Just shooting rockets. Just Sputnik. Rocket. Space potato.
Is that what the Cold War is all about?
Yeah, it's just competition between communism and capitalism. And then Alexander Solzhenitsyn wrote Gulag Archipelago and unraveled the whole thing.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, I think that it's really interesting, though. The Cold War is really interesting. What do you know about World War II? What do you know about the past?
I know a little bit about World War II.
Smiles sheepishly.
It was a rough time. People
It was
were
bad.
upset.
People died.
You know what I mean?
People died.
A lot of people lost. Some people got nuked. Some people ended up with a country afterwards.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of big losers in that war.
You saying some people got nuked will cause people in the comments to say, actually they were atomic bombs.
My apologies.
But they were nuclear.
Hey,
still.
I've been to Hiroshima, okay?
You have?
I've been there.
What'd you do?
I got drunk.
Oh, that's cool.
Played sung karaoke with some guy who tried to grope my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, I remember that.
I have it on camera, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unreleased.
Release it. You want to read this one?
Cold War. The Cold War was defined by the USA and USSR trying to outcompete and outdo each other in terms of spreading their ideology abroad, in terms of forming alliances and supporting proxy wars, and in terms of increasing their own military power. The competitive expansion of military power and nuclear capabilities between the 2 countries, referred to as the arms race, set the stage for the subsequent rivalry known as the space race.
That's true. The space race.
The space race.
The Cold War the Cold War begat the space race, and so on.
I just don't get it.
You don't get the Cold War?
I don't get the space race.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you have birds in your ceiling, okay? You should fix them.
Are they going to be able to hear that in this
Probably.
podcast? No!
Fix the batteries.
Shut the door!
To me, it just all seems like a bunch of crap.
Why? Why does it seem like crap to you?
I mean, was America like killing it? Was there still like rampant homelessness and people like impoverished and like struggling to have health insurance back then? Or was stuff really good?
I mean, there was like people didn't have rights. So I feel like that's pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's no way to really tell unless you're.
Yeah.
No.
I'm anti-space.
Yeah, he seems like you're anti-space. What I would also like to know a lot of the metrics and stuff that they recorded in time. We already know how common propaganda is. Mm-hmm. Imagine how easy it would be for a city in like 1948 to just be like, no, we don't have any homeless. Mm-hmm. How would they ever know? There's no Twitter. There's no CCTV. Like, it seems like bullshit. All of it seems like just total horseshit, lies, nonsense.
Yeah, there's no peckerwood with a camera poking around.
Exactly. But I do believe the moon landing.
I'm waiting to be convinced.
I just feel like there's no way that old guy would be punching people unless it was real. Space race. The space race kicked off on October 4th, 1957, when the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1. It was the first man-made object ever launched into Earth's orbit. Sputnik demonstrated the USSR's technological superiority and fear of a hostile communist space force spread throughout the American population.
Oh, they were afraid of a space force coming down, raining from the skies.
Yeah, exactly.
That is scary.
Yeah.
And they probably played it on the news, and everyone was like, "We got to get there."
And then they were like, "We got to get there." And then first, hide under your desk because the nukes are dropping.
Yeah, and they were doing the stuff in the classrooms.
Yeah, exactly. This instigated the United States into accelerating their own space program and set the stage for their attempt to reach the moon. That's right, because Sputnik they were first. So we had to be first to the moon.
So Russia drew first blood.
Yeah, exactly.
So I blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Soviets outdid the Americans again in 1961 when they successfully launched the first man into space, Yuri Gagarin.
So we're 0-2 so far.
Exactly. Yuri. And so we got to be number 1 to space.
Yeah.
No, for real. So the United States needed to make something big happen. And in a famous speech on May 25th, 1961, President JFK, John F. Kennedy, announced that the USA intended to land human beings on the surface of the moon.
And everyone was fired up about it.
And everybody was like,
Dude, for me, I'm like, A, I'm not going. B, I feel horrible for those poor souls if they're really going to launch them up. You know what I mean?
yeah, totally.
Would you do it?
Would I get launched?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't get launched.
There's not a chance.
Especially not by 1961 technology.
Dude, I'm not going to space.
Yeah, you don't even want to get it in a car crash in a vehicle that was made before like 1995.
Yeah, the metal just it collapses into your bones.
It is interesting though. It's like you have just space stuff just came out of nowhere, and we haven't done it since. That's the biggest argument for me against the reality of it.
It's not real. I don't believe it's real.
Is it just hasn't happened since?
These fools bought it hook, line, and sinker.
A hook, line, and sinker.
We didn't have Alex Jones to counter attack them.
Well, he believes it.
He does?
He believes we actually went to the moon.
Really?
Yeah, he believes we went to the moon and that the footage was faked, which I believe that as well. Because think about how many people you would need to keep quiet if you didn't actually go to the moon. You know, it just seems so hard. Like, how would you?
Wasn't MK Ultra kept quiet for a long time?
But it was declassified. And there were whistleblowers, there were murderers.
Yeah.
You know, like even if something isn't necessarily declassified.
Well, I believe there's a lot of murders surrounding the moon landing.
You think so?
I believe so.
Is there really?
Well, let's find out.
Oh, is it in this video?
I haven't looked at the docket, but I hope it's in the docket because I watched a documentary once by some guy. I don't remember what it was called or who made it, but I heard about some murders.
Okay, some moon murders. All right.
Earth murders related to the moon.
Go ahead.
There were 10 previous Apollo missions before they finally attempted to land on the moon. In the first mission, Apollo 1, they famously burned up and died inside. Apollo 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 were all either uncrewed test flights or were skipped entirely. Apollo 7 was the first successful crewed flight of the Apollo. Apollo 8 orbited the moon and was the first mission to do so. Apollo 10 again orbited the moon and prepared for the big Apollo 11 mission.
And when they landed on the moon, it rang like a bell for 4 minutes.
Bing. Bing. Is that what they say?
It's hollow, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And there was enough power to ring it, or you're f***ing with me?
No, there was. It rang like a bell. It resonated. Moon rock.
Like a singing glass?
Like a bell, yeah. It resonated.
Good.
Yeah.
I would say after Apollo 3, 4, 5, 6, I would hang
Give
it up,
up.
but whatever.
Yeah, give up at
Not
that
me.
point.
I guess I'm just a loser.
Apollo 11 is the big one, the famous mission where they claim, I have to put that important caveat, allegedly, astronauts Neil Armstrong and pugilist, wait, which one's the pugilist?
Isn't Buzz Aldrin the one knocking people's teeth back?
I think it's Buzz Aldrin.
Chin
yeah.
checking them?
Yeah, pugilist Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the surface of the moon, while Michael Collins remained in lunar orbit aboard the command module. Imagine being that guy.
Yeah, right.
You gotta stay back, dude.
I want to land. They're like, no, you're gonna orbit,
Yeah,
dude.
you orbit.
But you said I was gonna land. He gets no credit. I've never heard his name.
Yeah,
For all I know, that's Christina's father.
true.
Literally, I've
Yeah.
never heard that name.
Exactly, Michael Collins. That guy right there, Michael Collins, he doesn't punch people, he asks for sex.
Politely, but repeatedly. Politely and repeatedly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he begs for it, basically.
Yeah. Please, please, please.
Their Saturn V rocket launched from Kennedy Space Center on July 16th, 1969. 4 days later, on July 20th, the lunar module Eagle landed on the surface of the moon and the astronauts stepped out. An estimated 650 million people on Earth watched this live on television. That's f***ing crazy.
That's a big
That's a lot of
AdSense
views, dude.
check.
That is huge. That's like Mr. Beast, though.
Is that have you gotten that many views on your entire channel?
Yes,
How many have you gotten?
over a billion.
Oh wow. So I'm about like 120 million. So
Loser!
yeah, this was a big event.
This was a big event. 650 million. That's a lot of people, and there weren't as many people in 1969.
Wait, which one exploded in space? I'm so confused.
Challenger.
That was before or after?
That was in the 80s.
That was later?
Yeah.
So I'm just don't even know what's going
Yeah,
on.
you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, okay. Or was it? So we're gonna watch some we're gonna watch footage of the moon landing itself
Dude,
here.
this is exciting.
And let's see. I'm gonna see the official footage.
Let's check the official data.
Very, very fine grained as you get close to it. It's almost like a powder. Ground mass is very fine. I'm going to step off the limb. That's one small step for man.
Scripted. That's scripted.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
You think he improv that line? And then they're bouncing around like bunnies. I don't believe it.
Exactly.
I don't believe it.
It is funny. I mean, if you mentioned MK Ultra, it is feasible that you could sleeper cell somebody into believing they landed on the moon potentially. But how would you fake all the people in Houston and all that stuff? I mean, it just doesn't seem hard.
Money.
Money?
And the threat of death. Perhaps a list.
But what about
of people who've been to an island that have done things?
True. But what about government just sort of coming and going, and there's a lot of stuff has come out.
Like a new person would come in and then they release old things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like whistleblowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, whistleblowers like the NSA and things like that. Yeah, our current government is full of it seems.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
It's insane, yeah. If they were to say this now, though, what's up is I wouldn't believe it now.
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it now.
Japan hasn't been there?
No.
I don't believe it.
India has.
Oh, yeah. Well,
just kidding. I don't think they have yet.
That's convincing.
I don't think they have yet.
The first, never mind.
Who has been? Hey, Siri. Just kidding. I'm not asking Siri. That's bullshit.
Ask Grok.
12 astronauts. Damn, a lot of people.
Are they all Americans? What other countries have put a man on the moon?
For the Apollo missions, yeah. I know China has a flag or something up there.
For what?
Just to say that I don't know, they put a flag up there. Soviet Union, Russia, China, and India. Okay.
So India's been to the moon.
Yeah.
And they literally don't even have waste management infrastructure in their country. But they've been to the moon.
Yeah. I think they do have some waste management infrastructure. But it's a very large country with a lot of people.
They haven't been, dude.
I heard they worship and poop in the water.
They do. They had a song released by their government called "Poo in the Loo," trying to get people not to poop in the street.
Is that real?
That is real. It's not. It sounds like a racist fever dream. It's real.
That's an epic win.
Look up Gore Haba. They have. Let's not get into it. I don't think India landed on the moon.
You don't think that they successfully landed a spacecraft on the moon in 2023 called the Chandrayaan-3?
No, I don't.
What about China?
So all right. So even let's say if India did it and China did it, they did it like 70 years after us. How are we that ahead of them?
Which makes sense, right?
I don't know. I'm so not convinced.
It's fair.
The next slide, was it fake? Is it possible that they faked the entire thing? That the whole Apollo 11 mission to the moon was faked for nefarious purposes? We know the American government has been willing to deceive and take advantage of its population time and time again.
True.
In 1969, could we really throw 3 men in a tin can through the sky so far they hit the moon and come back? All with less technology than in a modern smartphone and in an untested aircraft? Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
I have a feeling that this document was written by someone who does not believe the moon landing was real.
Well, it's about the conspiracy about how it's fake. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about, the docket isn't about how it's real. It's about how it could be fake.
Right.
Possibly.
Possibly. But you think it's completely fake, though.
Yes.
So it's a document reinforcing your cognitive bias.
Try to beat me here.
Let's see. The evidence that it's fake. No crater. The moon is made of dust. So when the lunar module came down, the force of the module's descent engines should have left a significant crater where it landed. Also, when it landed, it crashed into the moon. They crashed it into the moon on purpose. That's how they know that it resonated.
But there is no such crater in the existing photographs.
True.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
That's not cap or fiction. That's real life. I'm looking at the photo.
What is the? Let's see what the evidence. NASA's rebuttal to the crater argument is that as the module came down in the light gravity, the force of the thrust was so low that it was able to land relatively softly without leaving a crater. But they did crash into the moon, and the moon resonated for 4 minutes.
So did it resonate, or did they land softly?
It resonated. Maybe NASA 11 didn't. I can't remember. I think it was 12 and 13 were the missions that crashed into the moon.
Someone doesn't have their story straight.
This guy is so unbiased.
However, the moon was supposed to be so dusty that there was actually a concern before the mission that the module would sink into the surface when it landed.
Interesting. There was a real concern. Interesting. We don't. How does moon dust behave when it's under light gravity? So shouldn't there be at least some trace of dust on the feet of the lunar module?
Not a speck of dust on the feet. How? Even if they landed softly, wouldn't it have a little bit of dust come up and landed, or did they clean it off and polish it off beforehand?
Well, there's no atmosphere. And the gravity is very light.
So how does the dust even stay on the moon?
Well, I imagine What do you mean? How does it dust? It's rock. It's not like. Yeah.
Why is there no dust on the little foots of the thing?
I don't know. I assume that dust behaves differently in the vacuum of space.
Buzz Aldrin should have took a video showing us before he started socking people.
All right, I'm recording this for my Snapchat story.
On the moon, there should be only one source of light, the sun. So all the shadows you see should be parallel, going in the same direction. You know that.
Totally.
Even you know that.
Of course.
But the shadows are undeniably going in different directions, which would suggest a secondary source of light.
Mm-hmm.
This suggests they lit the scene artificially, as if it was a movie set. And just look at those photos.
Mm-hmm.
That's not organic. I only use natural lighting when I do stuff.
Yeah?
And I know about shadows.
Yeah, you know about shadows.
I know about praising them. I know about living in them.
Mm-hmm.
I know about the shadow government.
That they are the absence of light.
Exactly.
Yes.
And those are not natural shadows.
I would agree with that. And I don't even think you could argue against lens flare, particularly, or lens distortion, particularly, because it's not only is the base, unless it's like really rounded out.
But look at the horizon line. The horizon line would need to be distorted if you were making that argument, no?
Well, it would be the base of the frame of the camera, right?
And not the horizon line?
No, because like if you have a 0.5 times zoom or whatever, the middle of the lens, the middle of the shot will be not deformed. Mm-hmm. And I assume they're using some kind of frame or whatever that has like you can film for half the frame or whatever. I don't know how analog cameras work.
Cap.
Yeah, I'm not coping either. I'm just trying to actually provide as much reality to this as possible. I don't think that could be explained with lens distortion though, but let's see. This is the exact camera that they use on the moon.
I'm not seeing the shadows.
See my legs?
Yep. I see some big, strong legs from you, but I'm not seeing any distorted shadows.
How about that? Right there. How about that?
No, I don't see them.
How about that? See my knee in the table?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's all bullcrap.
It's Kubrick. He did it.
Stanley.
Go ahead.
We already read this.
Did we?
Yep. And similarly, here we have an astronaut standing in pitch black shadow, apparently with only one source of light, yet his whole body is still lit up quite clearly.
That is weird. That one is strange. That's just an image.
That's a photo that NASA released, a branch of our government, mind you. That looks like bull honkus, and I'm not buying it.
Well, I mean, what if you would you think about?
No, I wouldn't. No, go.
Because like the shadow from the sun obviously makes sense, but the sun is reflecting off of the moon. That's why when you stand on like a white gravel road, it's super bright. Because it's not just the sun, it's the reflection from the color of the thing that the sun's hitting.
So then shouldn't he have like an upward glare on his body that you can see it's coming from a downward light position?
I mean, to me it looks like
lit.
I mean, his feet are darker than his like upper body. To me, it looks like that. And that sort of matches with like the angle of the light from the refraction, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that one's I think the shadow one is really odd. I would need to have some kind of genius or expert explain that. But this one, in my mind, that's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
That doesn't look that weird.
We'll buzz Aldrin past that one.
Yeah. Because there is objectively light coming off of the moon, being reflected by the sun.
People talk about it.
People talk about it. Oh, here we go. We have to watch 24 to 25 so we have to watch this clip next.
From an analytical standpoint, photographic anomalies have to be sought out with an understanding of lighting and shadows. The most straightforward is simple. When objects are lit solely by the sun, as all the scenes on the moon were said to be, after all, lighting equipment was not only impractical, it was unnecessary in bright sunlight, then all shadows, regardless of the landscape, will run parallel with one another and never intersect, as shown by this example. In these seldom seen photographs, obtained from a rarely used auxiliary NASA archival site, it is clear that these scenes were lit.
I mean, to me, you can see it even better. This looks like barrel distortion. See how fat the leg is there? And that like is at the exact same angle. That actually being able to see it up close makes me think that it's not real.
Cope.
Yeah, I mean, that looks very much like barrel distortion, I would say. This is like the center of the image, and then it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a fool's eye.
A fool's eye. It really does, though, seriously.
What about the other ones that they flashed on screen?
Well, I mean, yeah, those aren't the ones that they're questioning though. Those are the ones that they just kind of skip past.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Just look at it.
It looks the same.
Just look at that.
This is the only one that I mean, the one that they show is the only one that looks weird.
No, there's more.
NASA's rebuttal. They say that the different angles of the shadows were caused by the perspective of the camera and the uneven terrain, and that the astronaut was lit by the reflection coming off the moon's lit surface, rather than an artificial light source. Bro, I am a talking piece, literally. I swear I haven't read this, and I swear I don't know these rebuttals. I only read conspiracies. I do not read the...
Who do you work for? It's not funny. Who do you work for?
I work for...
NASA?
No, Mossad.
And NASA?
No, they're one and the same.
Apparently
I don't
the
work for
same
either one of those people, by the way.
Yeah, sure. I believe everything you say now. Apparently, the same shadow effect can easily be recreated on the Earth.
Interesting. And this is people recreating it. Interesting.
That is, I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
The photos I'm seeing, they do look. NASA's rebuttal looks a bit more
I would
convincing.
say, ha ha, is what I would say for that one. The flag. This one I feel like's bullshit though. I know the response to this, and I feel like it's total bullshit. This one seems fake to me. There is, of course, no wind on the moon, so a retractable rod was built into the top of the flag that would hold it taut even in zero gravity. That's why it has that little box outline. But when the astronauts plant the American flag, it's not just taut. It appears to wave as if in a breeze. NASA's answer is that the flag was only moving in response to the force applied to it by the astronaut. So it's like, poof, and then the flag just
Forever?
flips and flops around for a really long time, forever, yeah. That one does seem odd. Does it look like that's true? Or does it look like the flag is actually blowing in a gentle breeze? Let's see.
A little bit of AC on the moon.
Yeah. I feel like that one doesn't make any sense though, because you could hang up a flag in here and it wouldn't move, and there's plenty of AC.
So you're saying you're skeptical now?
Well, no, I think that I just don't feel like it would move like that. But also, if the theory is that it's if the theory is that it's also in a studio environment, then there's no chance that it's going to be that windy, and they're just going to be like, that'll look fine in the film. That'll look fine.
Let's look at the flag wave and the zero gravity. What's in my nose?
This is the flag, not the core sample.
That's all right, I don't mind a bit.
Hank Collins says he doesn't mind a bit not having television right now.
How is the quality of the TV? Oh, it's beautiful, Mike, it really is.
There it is.
So he's in on it.
US flag.
That guy's in on it.
Yes, indeed. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface. Beautiful, just beautiful.
So yeah, it's like moving around, I guess. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really look like that much of a breeze to me. It just looks like a weird flag. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
You know? That one looks f***ed. That
I also
image?
just don't get why are we putting the flag on the moon to begin with?
Because it's ours now.
Just claiming it?
Yeah, literally, that's how it works.
Can
What do
you
you mean? Who else is going to say, no, that's not yours?
Apparently Russia was trying to say no.
But we landed it and erased all their progress.
Couldn't they pull up and just rip our flag off and throw it into the atmosphere?
That would be really fun.
Yeah, spirit.
All right. So what do you think about the flag, though? Do you think that's bullshit, or what do you think?
I mean,
Do you think every aspect of it's fake? Because it seems like you distrust every single aspect of it.
well, you know, being an expert myself, studying 38 years of gravity, gravitational pulls, the Space Force,
True.
air power, all these kinds of things. I mean,
Yeah.
my expert opinion matters, and I'm skeptical.
What's the most skeptical part for the flag? What do you think the reality is?
The flag, the flag wasn't the most convincing for me, I'll say that.
Out of all the evidence against it?
So far, yeah, the flag, I
Yeah.
don't really know.
Because, I mean, you know more about studios than you do physics.
Yeah.
And you know that there wouldn't just be a breeze in a studio. That just doesn't make any sense.
Well, there's a light breeze under the door.
But if we had a flag, it wouldn't be moving at all. Something that would cause a flag to move would make my bag of chips there move. You know? He's all been out of shape since Hulk passed. This one, in my opinion, is the most convincing.
The Van Allen radiation belts.
Yeah.
How are you going to explain this one, Caleb? How are you going to
not.
explain this one?
I'm not. You want to read this?
Van Allen radiation belts. The Van Allen belts are two layers of charged particles, primarily electrons and protons, which extend from about 1,000 kilometers to 36,000 kilometers above the Earth. Some claim that the radiation levels in the belts are so high that any astronaut passing through would experience lethal doses of radiation and be killed. And the Apollo command module did not have sufficient shielding to completely block all the charged particles from the radiation belts. NASA claims that they were able to plan the flight path to minimize the time spent in the radiation belts, thus mitigating the damage, but many feel this explanation is unsatisfactory. And how would they get the footage back through the radiation belt?
That's what my thing is, yeah.
Because can't you not even like fly and go through the airport with like film footage? It'll get messed up.
That's the most convincing theory about that for me is the film.
And they're just like, we
Making it back.
took a different route. See, if you go up top,
We avoided it.
there's just not as much.
There's an ice wall, Antarctica. It's awesome.
There's just not as much up top. we went up top.
We went up top and got in there, dude.
I don't believe it.
Fun.
I don't believe it.
The Van Allen radiation belts. How many Röntgen do you think you'd get sucked on if you went to the Van Allen radiation belts?
Man, I've been sucking on Röntgens and
How many Röntgens you got?
millions.
How many Röntgen you get after you came back from Hiroshima?
Millions.
Is there?
No.
Did
no.
you feel it? Could you sense the? Could you sense the death?
Very low radiation. I went to one of the buildings that was still standing from when it got bombed.
Could you sense the tragedy?
It was tragic and
It's
sad.
tragic
It was
and
sad.
f***ed up.
They rebuilt Hiroshima really nice. You could never even tell that happened. I know it's
Yeah.
been a long time, but.
Yep.
Argument number
Tragic.
5, no stars.
Yeah. On the moon, there is literally no artificial light pollution, and the atmosphere is very thin, so the scattering of light is minimal. What?
Just waiting for you to read this next
Oh,
sentence.
so you can imagine that from the moon's surface, the view of the stars would be more breathtakingly beautiful than you could possibly imagine.
Wouldn't you think so?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't think so.
Oh, why not?
Because I mean, if you like, cameras have to be exposed. You have to have exposure to be able to capture a night sky like that. You have to let your camera's lens stay open for hours because too much light comes in.
So the shutter speed wasn't right.
No, just the exposure. I mean, the cameras. What kind of camera were they using? Is it even possible? What's the
What's the f-stop?
What's the ISO?
Yeah, we need to know these kinds of things.
Is it micro two-thirds? Micro two-thirds?
Release your settings, NASA.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this one, it's very suspicious, but having a modicum of information about cameras, I know that being able to get that shot with the stars, regardless, would be very difficult, just because of how bright, I assume, the surface of the moon is, given the astronauts clearly had polarized things on their faces. It's very bright. You couldn't just see them. There's no like glass. So I assume it's insanely bright up there on the moon. This is just my like logical explanation. I don't know.
Just being logical about it.
What did they say? But anyways, the contrast would be really difficult, I feel like, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we opened the window behind us, it would like
For shit
it
up.
would mess with the lighting for
Totally.
sure. Lighting is a
And-
very delicate thing.
And if we're lit like this and you open the f***ing window, no matter how dark it is, no matter how bright something is out there, you would barely be able to see it just because of the contrast between the
true.
highlights of our skin.
This is true.
But at the same time, it is odd you'd think you'd see stars.
However, look at the photos. There are no stars. It's all just black. And while this might seem insignificant, there is actually an important reason for this, if they did indeed fake it. If they faked the moon landing, they would have had to had artists recreate the view of the stars from the moon and impose it on the images of the landing. But with all of the thousands of stars that would be seen, it would be literally impossible for any artist to create such an image without there being some significant mistakes and inconsistencies in the positioning of the various stars and constellations.
True.
And even an amateur astronomer would eventually be able to point
That's
out
a good
such
point.
mistakes if they were using the actual footage of the supposed landing. So what did they do?
That makes sense, yeah.
They did no stars at all. Just complete blackness is all we see in the lunar sky.
But you think, yeah, I mean, what is their explanation for that, though? Because that's very important, because if the point is that they wouldn't do it because it would be easily faked, then they would also have to explain why there's no stars. What's the official explanation?
Probably what you said, you freaking pecker.
Where are the stars? During the post-flight press conference, Neil Armstrong punched a man in the face. He was actually asked about the stars and if he could see them while he was on the moon, and he said he couldn't remember.
I figured it'd be a memorable view.
I feel like it would, yeah.
Unless that radiation done melted your brain.
Just 50 Röntgen. That's not very much.
It was the only time he said he couldn't remember something in all the press
We gotta
conferences.
watch it.
Possibly the most embarrassing moment of all comes when the famous astronomer and journalist Sir Patrick Moore asks the astronauts whether they could see stars from the moon.
When you looked up at the sky, could you actually see the stars and the solar corona in spite of the glare?
But not one of them, surprisingly, remembers having seen a single star by the naked eye.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics.
Even Collins, who was left orbiting the moon while the other two descended on the surface, does not remember seeing a single star.
I don't remember seeing any.
I don't remember.
Well, from the surface of the moon during the daylight, he kind of explained it just then, though.
Well, the guy that was orbiting said he didn't remember either.
He's still on the daylight side of the moon.
He didn't remember. Why didn't he
Oh,
remember?
I don't remember! That's because he's dumb.
I didn't remember.
Just kidding, man. He's an American hero, dude. I just said an American hero is an idiot.
Yeah.
And then Buzz Aldrin's up there on the bench just fucking thinking about knocking people out.
Yeah.
Like me? No, like you.
Like me, yeah.
Dude, you should ask him to get in the ring with you.
Dude, I'll pool guard and put him in a triangle choke and choke his old ass out. And I don't even want to do it.
Spladle.
He's lived a life of lies. I feel bad for the guy.
Did you read this?
Later on, NASA came up with the official explanation, written by Caleb Phelps, that the starless lunar sky was a result of their cameras using fast shutter speeds and small apertures to prevent overexposure.
You said fast shutter speeds.
You said that.
No, I said small frame. I was using the wrong words. I didn't say anything about an aperture. But that does make sense, though, does it not?
Why didn't they remember seeing anything?
That is bizarre, but from the context of the conversation, it seemed like to me they're like, on the daylight side of the moon, I don't remember seeing stars. Which makes perfect sense. What if it's so fucking bright?
That does make sense.
That you just can't.
That makes sense.
Like if you're standing on, I mean, that's like saying, why didn't you see fucking the stars in daylight?
Kind of.
Because it's so bright.
Kind of, that's true.
That's literally what's happening.
I'll give you the 85% true.
That's literally what's happening.
85%.
There's definitely more atmosphere, obviously. But same thing. All the moon dust.
What's this? What's this next point? you like AI, right?
I'm not a big AI guy.
Caleb considers himself artificially intelligent himself.
That's funny. AI detects the moon landing footage is fake? Question mark? During the 2023 World Tour of Artificial Intelligence, the least cool tour of all time.
No one attended.
In Moscow, Russia, it was announced that AI had been used to detect some part of the photos from the Apollo 11 mission and that they were indeed fake. Oh my God. Also, another thing about this is, if it were to have been faked, then Russia would have done whatever they possibly could to expose that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that you're talking about money and threats and stuff like that. All they'd have to do is just kidnap one person who worked on it.
Torture him until he gave out the facts.
Exactly, the facts.
Why didn't they do it?
I don't know. Probably because it happened.
Oh.
Maybe.
Convenient.
That's one reason why.
Convenient. This received extremely limited coverage in America and has been rejected as false by PolitiFact.
Yeah, well, PolitiFact doesn't know shit.
Oh, I trust my PolitiFacts.
No, I don't trust PolitiFact. This is interesting, though, and I did see that last year, I think, about how Russians laugh that the moon... Wait, what did I see? I can't remember if I saw something where it was like, Russians think it's funny that Americans don't believe that they even landed on the moon.
Yeah.
Because it's so obvious that it did happen.
Oh.
Or Russians think it's funny that there are people who still believe we landed on the moon. It's one of those.
One of the two.
Opposite.
Very different.
They're diametrically opposed.
Fake rock?
Fake rock?
In one photo, there is a rock on which a letter C can clearly be seen. In showbiz, fake rocks, props, etc. are commonly marked with letters and or numbers so as to be quickly identified, tracked, and arranged. They must have missed it and forgot to airbrush it out until after the first copies were released. NASA's explanation for this is that a human hair contaminated the photo later during the duplication process. Who has hair that thick?
I mean, that seems like bullshit.
Not even a fucking platypus has hair that thick.
Dude, I mean, how big's the camera, though? Could it have been a little chin pube? I mean, how big's the image? If the image is like this big, a chin pube... Like, they're not saying that a human hair the size of an earthworm was on a rock on the moon. They're saying that the human hair was on the image that contaminated the photo.
Yeah.
Just pulled some hair out of your head.
Yep. Can you see this on my face, on the camera?
No, but you can see a mustache hair, though. You can see
Can you see this hair on my face?
No.
Does it look like a letter C? It's on my face right now. Can
You're
you see it?
so funny.
Can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
Can the camera see it? Look into the camera.
Yeah, the camera can see it.
Cat. Lies from a liar, dude. Convenient, it was just a hair.
Just another hair. A harebrained incident. That is weird, though.
Yeah.
That is weird. But it also doesn't look like a C to me.
Well, and you know all about C's because you've been
My
crippin'
name's
since you were a
Caleb,
jit.
What?
You've been crippin' since a jit.
What? Isn't that a slang, Florida slang?
Jit is, yeah.
Yeah.
Crippin', that's your gang member lifestyle that you live.
Oh, I thought you said I was crippled.
Even baby cribbin'. Petrified wood, question mark?
This is good. This is good.
This is all you.
On October 9th, 1969, during Apollo 11,
Astronauts' giant leap goodwill tour to different countries around the world, former Dutch Prime Minister William Dries received a moon rock from U.S. Ambassador J. William Middendorf as a gift.
I've smoked moon rocks before.
It later turned out that this moon rock was only a piece of petrified wood.
And that's true.
That's bad.
What's up with that?
That's really suspicious.
What's up with that?
bro, take this moon rock.
Oh, well, to be fair, play devil's advocate, it could have just been like the ambassador, William Middendorf, was just doing some tomfoolery.
True, or maybe Buzz Aldrin gave it to him and was like, "Here, take this."
He socked him in the face.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Is this real?"
Yeah. Don't ask again.
Yeah, don't ever ask that.
And then he gave it off. Yeah, that's wait. To commemorate, it says on the little sign that came with the moon rock, to commemorate the visit to the Netherlands of the Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Edward Aldrin. So it looks official.
His name's not Buzz?
He went by Buzz because of the way he'd make your chin buzz after he checked it.
That is really embarrassing that it was a moon rock.
Yeah.
Talk about accidentally planting seeds of doubt.
Yeah, whoopsies. Some argue that even if they needed to fake certain parts of the event, this doesn't prove that the moon landing themselves didn't happen. But if they really landed on the moon, why would they need to fake any one single part of it at all?
True. That's a good point. For propaganda, though.
For propaganda, to prove that they won the space race and owned the Russians, that would be why.
Now, there is some evidence that moon landing deniers still must confront. This is my favorite evidence.
Let's hear it.
In 2009, NASA launched its Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. Since then, it has captured multiple images of the Apollo 11 site on the moon's surface. In 2019, India's Chandrayaan-2 also took photos of the landing site before it crashed. And then these are the photos. People are going to say they're fake, they're composites. But like you can see stuff on the moon with a really good telescope, though.
Looks like a macro camera on someone's face that used to have really bad acne.
True. I think that's why even known crazy person Alex Jones believes the moon we did land, because you can look at it and see stuff with like a really good telescope.
Okay.
It's pretty easy to prove that somebody was there.
So we did land.
I mean, did people actually walk around on it? We've definitely been to the moon in some capacity.
Where are the footsteps? Where's the flag?
The flag's on there. You can see it.
I don't care.
Okay.
just get proven wrong. I don't care.
And it's not just one single moon landing site that needs to be fake. There were a total of 5 other Apollo missions after Apollo 11, which also successfully landed on the moon. So did they fake it all 6 times? What would be the point of launching the subsequent missions in the first place if they succeeded faking the original? That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't understand any of it. Seriously. This is a good docket, though.
This is really good.
It has the counterpoints.
I
you thought it was biased, and now you're getting owned.
I know. I'm getting really owned.
The tide is turning on me, and I'm drowning.
Yeah, you're.
The water's up to here.
You're.
I still don't believe. I don't believe.
That's really funny. But yeah, why? I mean, I could see them faking it 6 times just to get a one-up on the Russians.
Here's a good question.
Okay.
If they dropped one nuclear bomb on Bikini Atoll, why did they need to go on and drop 59 more?
I mean, is that a serious question, or are you just like running a line of comparison?
I don't know.
Okay. Because they were trying to improve it?
Yeah, they were just trying to, it's like, why win one Super Bowl when you could win 5?
Yeah, I guess so. They can just do it better each time.
Yeah.
I mean, 650 million people wanted to see it happen, obviously.
And they were getting some kind of ad revenue.
Yeah!
Yeah!
All right.
The number one thing you usually hear from moon believers is that the vastness of the supposed conspiracy is simply too great to be possible. That it would be more difficult to fake the moon landing than to actually do it successfully, and that so many people would have had to been involved that someone would inevitably tell the public. Furthermore, the Russian government would have known and called NASA out that there was any sign of the mission, that the mission was fake. So you totally had a whole script ready as to why the moon landing was real. And you came at me, and you blindsided me. Next thing you know, what? You're the cousin of Buzz Aldrin?
No, I'm not. No. It's
Are you
just
going to punch me?
But no, I would never. It's just basic logic.
I'm convinced.
That you believe the moon landing's real?
It's real, yeah.
It's real, yeah. Whatever the dude. Let me just there it is.
Can I get a moon ad deal?
Moon ad deal. But if they really landed on the moon, would you expect to see this?
It's gonna be our boy Buzzy socking someone.
Still on. Swear on the Bible that you walked on the
Why don't you swear
moon.
on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
I'm not trying to
You tell him to get out of here.
This is a
We'll
hotel.
call the police. Come on in here. We'll call the police. Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir, I have nothing to do with this. We cannot solicit on this property.
We just paid to rent out the penthouse to shoot him there. So,
You can't solicit like this on this property. All right, well, then I'll go through my measures.
This is
you're
crazy.
cheating, man. Okay, well, you can put on your shoulder.
Why not just swear you did it on the Bible?
I would, but I don't know. I also have never been to the moon.
Call the kettle black if you ever thought of it. Say that misrepresented myself. Get away from me. You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Well, I mean, that's why he punched him for sure.
He called him a coward, a liar, and a thief.
Yeah, that's definitely why he punched him for sure.
He didn't
deserved
hesitate
it.
to sock him.
He also deserved it for sure.
Why wouldn't he just swear in the Bible, though?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would, but he's also probably just fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you.
He's like, I wish
idiot.
I never went to the moon.
Yeah, literally. That's like his only, because he seems like a grumpy old man. He's obviously a badass. That was a hell of a strike.
Yeah, and that guy half his age took it like a coward.
Yeah, he did.
He just dropped.
Bitch.
But to be fair, if Buzz Aldrin socked me in the face, I probably would just take it too.
Yeah, I'd sue him.
I wouldn't hit back.
I'd sue him. I'd get a couple of those moon bucks.
Yeah, moon coin would be through the roof.
Moon coin to the moon.
Buzz is still alive.
Buzz, I think he's still alive.
I want him to.
I asked them as if they'd know. But
I want him to sock me.
the man that Buzz Aldrin punched is Bart Seibel. He claims that the CIA abducted him in an effort to stop him from exposing the truth of the moon landing and that they injected him with truth serum. He claims that he gave urine sample to a lab to test for truth serum, but before it could be tested, a mysterious break-in occurred. The lab, where the only thing they stole was his urine sample.
I don't believe that guy either.
Yeah, that guy might be full of shit.
Yeah, I don't believe that guy either. I don't believe any of these people.
This is crazy. It's such a funny doc.
Yeah,
it's really good. I'm just like, here, Neil Armstrong says something cryptic about breakthroughs being available to those who can remove one of truth's protective layers. Some believe he is subtly hinting that some aspect of the moon landing was fake.
I'm interested to see this.
Yeah, this seems good.
There are great ideas undiscovered, breakthroughs available to those who can remove one of truth's protective layers. There are places to go beyond belief.
I don't know what that means. It seems pretty innocuous, though, I'd say.
What does that mean?
It seems like innocuous.
Why does truth have a protective layer?
I don't know.
And why would you need to remove it?
I'm not sure. And a lot of people apply a lot of words to things that people in that era said. Like JFK had the secret societies.
Trying to keep an eye on me.
Was that secret? I don't remember. But he was referring to communism, though.
Oh.
Not the Illuminati or anything. Allegedly. Then there's the connection to Satan.
Jack Parsons was one of the founders of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and one of the critical men who laid the groundwork for NASA and the Apollo 11 missions. He played a crucial role in the development of solid rocket fuel. This man has a crater named after him on the moon's dark side. He is one of the pioneers of the American space program. Jackie P.
That's him.
That's him, looking like a psychotic devil worshiper.
The woman's dressed like Maleficent.
And that's not a good guy. That's a villain.
Jack Parsons was an open and admitted Satanist and occultist. It's hard to imagine such a thing in the 1950s, but it is 100% true. I mean, that's like the rise of Satanism and occultism was in the 20th century.
Yeah, who's the guy you always said you liked? The guy who wrote the book of the Satan Bible, essentially?
Who I said I liked?
Yeah, Aleister Crowley, you were saying?
I didn't say that. You're just making shit up.
You were saying, oh, now I'm the one making stuff up. I see.
Oh, that guy you said you liked? Oh,
I was thinking of
first-hand report right here, Caleb.
Who wrote Cthulhu?
But might as well have been Neil
H.P.
Armstrong.
Lovecraft.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he wrote, along with C.S. Lewis, he wrote the line, Witch in the Wardrobe.
Exactly, at Narnia. Chronicles of Narnia.
He was a prominent member of the American branch of Ordo Templi Orientis and had connections to famed occultist Aleister Crowley, as well as to the founder of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard.
He liked rockets.
People that are bad and make up stuff.
Yeah, especially about science fiction. Especially L. Ron Hubbard, especially. Parsons was known to have participated in occult rituals on a regular basis, and he even made repeated attempts to utilize sex magic to affect spiritual outcomes.
Oh, I don't like that.
Have you ever tried utilizing sex magic?
Does that include trying to suck your own?
Yes, that is the clerical sex spell.
That's the only sex magic I'm aware of.
Self-suck.
And I am yet to achieve that amazing spell.
I cast level 5 self-suck on self.
Yeah, I'll keep trying though.
Yeah, dude. Cast level 5 suck on self.
You really got to lose a lot of weight to make it happen.
You got to bend real good.
Parsons claimed that through his rituals, he would manifest a spiritual entity, which he called the Moon Child. It is difficult to describe exactly what this Moon Child was, but it represented a new spiritual awakening and a union of divine and material forces.
That's pretty good. That's very interesting.
So he's a freak.
Okay, now there's a Stanley Kubrick connection, which this is one that I think is very interesting because he used moon lenses in his movies. So go ahead, or do you not want to do it?
No, I'll do it. Stanley Kubrick connection? Proponents of the fake moon landing conspiracy theory often suggest that famous renowned director Stanley Kubrick played a role in the filming of the fake footage. Anyone who has seen Kubrick's film 2001: A Space Odyssey, which came out just 1 year before the moon landing aired on television, must consider this a possibility. Kubrick's final film before he died, Eyes Wide Shut, depicts a secret society of elites that conspire and perform rituals from the shadows in order to pull the strings of the world. Kubrick used the location of Mentmore Towers, a residence of the infamous Rothschild family, for one of the primary scenes in the film.
Yeah. He was Jewish. Kubrick was.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly.
Allegedly.
He was also reportedly very self-hating. He's an interesting guy. He's a very interesting guy. So, were the moon landings faked? Will the Nazis that live on the moon ever return to Earth? Is space real? What do you think?
No, I think that space isn't real. The Nazis will be on the moon forever, and we never went there.
Seriously, what do you think? What do you think? Like, be real. Be real.
Let me read this last part.
Okay.
And is it possible that the reason they faked the moon landing in 1969 was to perpetuate the myth of the patriarchy, trying to make everybody think only men could go to the moon? An idea which has recently been proved wrong by Katy Perry and Oprah. Because they went like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fake, for sure.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So what makes you think that's fake?
With this, the footage,
Oprah?
and the fact that they sent a bunch of dumbasses to space.
Oprah could go to the moon.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said dumbasses.
Oprah could go to the moon.
Oprah wasn't on there.
She might as well have been. I see her on the left side of that photo.
That's not Oprah.
That is Oprah.
That's literally not Oprah.
Then please edit out what I'm saying. It looks like Oprah.
Does it? I don't fucking know, dude.
That's Oprah.
It's Oprah and
it's Katy Perry second to the.
But I know Katy Perry went.
That's Oprah. I just reversed your ass. That's Oprah.
You want to look it up?
Yes.
First, we'll look up. Did Oprah go into space?
So look up this photo. If it's Oprah, if it is Oprah, you're racist. If it's not Oprah, I'm racist.
That's not Oprah, bro. That isn't even close to Oprah.
Oh. Look, that's from what I'm looking at, that's a very, very far away.
It is far. I will concede. I will concede that. That does not look like Oprah to me, though.
That is now I can see not Oprah, and I apologize.
I'm not even more concerned about the visual aspects. It's more so, why the f would Oprah do it, dude?
Well, she's got all the money.
She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Why would she do it? She's gonna get some fool like Katy Perry to go do it.
Maybe Oprah was interested in losing weight and the muscle wasting effects of space.
She's really like Ozempic.
Yeah.
So
it adds up.
True, the muscle wasting effects of space. So what do you think? What do you decide? What do you guys think down below? Who do you think is epically right? I really don't know. I feel like we went to the moon. It would be so hard to fake it. Plus, you can look up there and see shit on the moon. Mm-hmm. It just seems unreasonable to be able to. Do I think aspects of it were definitely faked? For sure. I don't believe anything. But it seems like we actually went to the moon, in spite of how much I would love to believe that we just didn't. It's all fake and it's the Cold War and all that stuff.
I think we put the clankers, the robots, on the moon.
That I will concede there then.
I don't think we put a human on there.
At the very least, I think the clankers went up.
But maybe a human didn't.
Maybe not. Seems hard. Seems hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seems very difficult.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments. We're curious to see what you guys think.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you guys so much for watching. We want to know what you think in the comments.
Thank you. Leave the next conspiracy or story down below that you would like to see us dive into.
I learned some stuff.
This was cool. This was very good.
I'm actually now more so convinced that we did land on the moon.
That's awesome. That's good.
For real.
And I feel like the whole I don't know. I feel like I'm just about the same.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a contrarian here. I really didn't think we went, and now I think that we went. Maybe a human wasn't put there. There's still doubts in my mind.
That's fair. That's fair. A healthy doubt is good, as long as you're willing to accept evidence.
There is a rabbit hole you could go down of all the people that died in connection to the moon landing.
That's our next video.
That is a rabbit hole.
Is it?
Yes, people blowing up mysteriously and stuff.
That's usually that happens sometimes with the government. So.
But we appreciate you guys so much for
Yeah,
watching. We
for
hope
sure.
you enjoyed it. Thank you for having me, Caleb.
Yes, sir, brother. We'll see you on the next one.
I'm gonna get some sleep.
All right, pal.
Peace.